Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? Looks like we got one viewer in my YouTube right now. Somebody's quick to the punch. Just taking a quick look at financial juice here. So we do have some yellow folders and a red folder. So 5:30 a.m. or 8:30 a.m., which already passed, U.S. trade balance shows negative 59 billion, and it was estimated negative 60. So that was a slight beat.
Music licensing reimagined.
What else we got here? EIA crude oil inventories at 7:30, which is 10:30 East Coast. And then we have gasoline inventories, distillate inventories. After that, that looks like about it. So looking like 7:30 or 10:30 East Coast, we'll have, maybe a little bit of movements. So, hey Luke, good morning. How you doing?
Artlist.io.
I guess you're going to be looking for some M2K calls or puts, depending on how this is going, or
Music licensing reimagined.
Nvidia's up 1.6% because of the earnings. Wow, nice. RUT, yeah. The ticker. It's the ticker.
Artlist.io.
Just taking a quick look here. I do have this mechanical model that I trade, and it looks like it's a possibility today. So I'm just trying to see where we might have some fair value gaps. So basically, I'm looking for the first inverted fair value gap, and then I'm trading towards a midnight open price. So this one does sort of break my typical rules of trading before the first 15 minutes is over. But it's kind of like my one rule that the only reason I'll take a trade before the first 15 minutes is if this one presents. Whoa, 3,500 on Monday. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, nice applause for that.
Artlist.io.
And some air horns. It's like I did exactly the opposite. Actually, I had a really bad tilt day on Monday. I lost 3,100. So I overtraded, oversized, revenge traded. You name it, I did it. So had a good Tuesday though. So I made $2,000 on Tuesday. Morning, just busy listening to another YouTube live. I'll be back at Orb is set on ES. Nice. Okay, see you in a bit there, Darren. Make sure you get in that prop for match giveaway. If that's what you're looking to do. Watching. All right, well, what do we got here? We got 5 minutes to the opening bell. And I hope they don't invert this fair value gap before this 5-minute bell. Let me just check the 3-minute here. Maybe there's a cleaner fair value gap on the 3. And it doesn't look like it, so it's going to have to be the 5. Was there one there on the 3? Oh, there is one on the 3 on NQ.
Artlist.io.
Oh, we got it on both. Okay.
Artlist.io.
Okay, so yeah, so we have this. If I go to the 3-minute here, I'll show you guys. I got a couple. Probably be looking at NQ this morning. We have a couple bullish fair value gaps. Here's one. Is this one? That one's already been inverted, unfortunately. So we got this one lower just below, right there. Got this one there. And then there's also one right here.
Artlist.io.
So basically, I'm looking for this guy to get inverted. And then I take a short trade towards the midnight open, which is down at 24,521. Way down there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Here we go. Is that the bell? Nope, not quite. 2.5 minutes. What else we got here? 24,574. Okay, that's already accurate. Value area low.
Artlist.io.
Previous day low is somewhere else. Where is that? 24,377.
Artlist.io.
731.
Music licensing reimagined.
So far, this fair value gap hasn't been inverted. Let's go to the 5. I just want to check it to see if it's all the same gap on the 5, and it looks like it is. That we should probably wait for that. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 5. I don't want to jump in it too quick if it's the 3 looks like it's going to invert, but the 5 doesn't. Hey, Zar, good morning.
Music licensing.
How you doing? All right, how long do we got the bell here? We got about 20 seconds till the bell rings here.
Artlist.io.
Get my view up going here.
Artlist.io.
Looking like we're gonna get that inversion like right away on the 5. Let's see, this 5-minute candle's gonna have to close though.
Reimagined.
So London was mixed. We may have some choppy action. Yeah, it was a mix, wasn't it? Look at that. Popped up, went down, popped up.
Artlist.io.
So I'm looking for this fair value gap to get inverted, and then I'll be taking a short towards the midnight open, depending on where we get an entry. Ideally, I wait for a pullback into there.
Music
But-
licensing reimagined.
Excuse me. We need the first 5-minute candle to close. So, waiting for Uncle Nick here, see if he's going to show up.
Artlist.io.
Bit of a sell-off here at the gate.
Artlist.io.
All right down to value area low. Finding some support right there at 24,575.
Music licensing reimagined.
So Bitcoin's down, I guess. Bitcoin's down to 91,000 now, which is not good for my my MSTR.
Artlist.io.
I bought it as a swing trade. Now I'm a bag holder. I should have sold it when it was up. One call in contract in rut. Gotcha.
Music licensing reimagined.
So some orders just came on below here, down at 24,550, which is kind of good for my idea here. So as long as we get this inversion, so hopefully we get this inversion here. We got 1 minute left on this candle. Ideally, we get some sort of close down here around 600. Next candle bounces up a bit and rejects out of this inverted fair value gap, if it's inverted.
Music licensing reimagined.
All right, 30 seconds here. Let's see if we get this inversion. Looking like it's getting pretty close. Come on, 20 seconds. Need it to flip red here for a moment. It's almost there. 7 seconds left. Looks like the buyers don't want to let it go though, so we're gonna probably have to wait for a new candle here. So 3 minute candle closed below it, but then had, good thing I was watching the 5 though, because if we would have taken that on the 5, whew, that would have been bad. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been bad.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
All right. We're looking bullish right now, guys. So first 5 minutes over, second 5 minutes in action, 3.5 left.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Seems so far like the mechanical model might not work, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Let's clean up some of this old fair value gaps here.
Licensing reimagined.
That was the order. So they moved these orders up a bit now. Well, if this isn't going to play out, I'm not going to trade NQ. I only like to trade that mechanical model on NQ. So let's head over to ES here. Let's head over to ES on the book. So what do we got on the book here? We got some orders up at 66.85 on the high side there. What else we got? 66.35 on the downside. Right down to previous day low.
Music licensing.
We do have a cluster of orders down at 65.85 and 75. Ooh, interesting. And there's quite a few down there. There's, 200, 300, 400, almost 500 orders down at 65, 75 area. So obviously some people are thinking it's going to go lower, and we have less above. I mean, we do have 67.50 with 103 up there. We got 200 orders at 68.50 and 6,500. Those ones are pretty far away though, so they're kind of not that important, not that key. So we did print a bullish fair value gap here on the 5.
Music licensing
Let's go 5 here. There is one now here we just formed. So this could actually still work out for the midnight open price. Midnight open is 66.27.
Artlist.io.
Looking like they're trying to head up to the 66.60 here, see if they can take out those orders. And then there's orders up at 65 also. What do we got? 6:39. Hey, Dad. Good morning. Welcome.
Music licensing reimagined.
Relatively bullish out of the gate here, but we have been in sort of a bearish trend since 3 a.m., 4 a.m., so 7 a.m. But did we ever take out the last low? Okay, so this is a high. We had a low. Then we made a new high. This could actually be our new low. So we might expect us to go higher here. 66.66 is definitely a key level. As you can see, like I've had this labeled for a long time. For whatever reason, it's always a popular level. And then look at that. We've kind of like rejected off of it, sort of broke it a little bit, rejected back down, rejected off it again. So pretty key level. You gonna take those orders at 66.60 here?
Artlist.io.
Trying. Nice. Hey, Darren. Are you, I think you're still in ASFX also, aren't you? Mr. Darren, our local economist. So having a little trouble getting through these 6660s here. Looks like they're trying to take them right now,
Music
or did they pull it?
licensing reimagined.
I'm gonna try a pretty tight long here, guys. See if we can't get up to this 66 area here. A little bit of a momentum play here.
Artlist.io.
Don't reject here. Come on, boys. You can do it. Let's go. Stop sort of at the bottom of this body of this candle here. Let's see if we can't get a little bit higher here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's go. Probably gonna draw my stop in here pretty quick if we don't get our move pretty soon. Looking like we're getting a little bit of a rejection there.
Artlist.io.
All right, I'm going break even now. Let's see if we can't get that little tap here. Actually gonna bring it up a bit right there. Trail this up a bit. There we go. Nice, beautiful. 67 bucks out of the gate there. 66.70 then dump. Yeah, it could quite do that. Just sort of take out these highs. I was kind of targeting this 66 area as a you know, a target, but front running it a little bit. So that one worked out pretty good. Just 3 micros long on the momentum here. The morning momentum was playing in a pretty aggressive scalp, so not bad. So this is a 25K evaluation account that I won. So I've been trying to typically I've been finding, if I look back at my stats, that I often lose my first trade in the morning. Today's not the best example because it worked, but I figured I better start. If I'm gonna take a trade early, I'm gonna take it in an eval and try to be patient for a little bit later. So let's see if Darren's idea plays out here. It looks like we just almost 66.70, but getting a rejection there. So yeah, it is a wide orb, isn't it? How many points we got here? 32 bars, yeah. So keep your size down a little bit today. Obviously, could be another pretty volatile day. What's going on with the Mag 7 here?
Artlist.io.
Mag 7's bouncing a bit right now. Pulled back in the what's going on here? Why does it say New York PM session?
Artlist.io.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess so. Because there's no overnight. So we're looking pretty bullish out of the gate here on the Mag 7. Let's see here. They're gonna form a double top here. Like if they do that, we're coming back here later in the day.
Licensing reimagined.
Slightly swept it there. NQ went above already. NQ already broke that pre-market high. Trimming a bit on MNQ highs. Oh, you took a long too, Hazar? Nice.
Artlist.io.
There you go, Darren. Look at that rejection right again. 66, 68, 75. 66, 68, 75. Say that over and over. Damn. Oh, here
Artlist
come those
IO.
70s.
Artlist IO.
NQ's ripping real nice, eh? Coming up to previous day's VWAP. Sorry, that would be Monday's VWAP, I guess. Yeah.
Music licensing reimagined.
All right, let's
Artlist IO.
gonna watch a 15-minute chart here for a bit. Are we just gonna rip higher today? What is going on here, guys? I thought we were gonna have more of a chop day, hey, Czar? But a nice bullish move right out of the gate here. They're adding to it,
Music
bring it up.
licensing reimagined.
POI is 68.78. Yeah, we have orders at 66.80, 85.90. Is this one of those bullish all day days,
Artlist IO.
guys? We haven't had a trending day in forever. Like just a clear higher trending day, anyways, bullish trending day.
Artlist IO.
I'm gonna take a look at the YM here. RUT must be doing really nice for you now, eh, Luke? Well, that's
Music licensing
46.45
reimagined.
here. Here's the opening range. You added one contract. Nice. Nice. Get a W.
Artlist IO.
Getting a small pullback here into the top of the back
Music
into the top of the
licensing
range here.
reimagined.
So we swept it a little bit. We're pulling back. Let's see how this. We do have a bullish fair value gap right here, guys. We do have that. So if we're gonna get a continuation, let's see a pullback into here, and then they hold that. I was loving the direction of this VWAP. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely flat a bit here on this pullback. But all they need to do is turn this into a green candle, and it's going to pull that thing up.
Artlist IO.
So yeah, so since what time is this here? So let's say,
Music
so we've been
licensing
making,
reimagined.
you know, higher highs, lower highs, new higher high. So we need to see if we're going to get a pullback here at some point for our next higher low before we make a new high if this short-term trend continues, right? Because we sort of like, I think is this Asia here? Yeah, so we had the Asia lows, Asia in here, and then we swept the lows with Asia, and then we basically were pretty bullish throughout London, finished London really high, find a little bit of resistance at the 4/6s, pull back to our previous day low. Like, how can you make this stuff up, guys? You can't make it up. And then boom, right up here, making a new high. So I've definitely been trading better when we've been getting longs, so kind of liking what we're getting here so far.
Artlist.io.
So we do have that bullish fair value gap below the 4/6s there.
Artlist.io.
We gotta clear off some of this nonsense off this chart, guys. Holy. Look at that, hey? There we're up to the 80s.
Music licensing reimagined.
Orders at 85, orders at 90. Just kind of a, can't really get in long here, guys. It's just chasing right now. Need to see some sort of a pullback here. Let's go to the 3-minute here. See what we got happening on the 3. So this 5-minute gap is pretty much the same on the 3-minute. Slightly smaller.
Artlist.io.
Right? But we'll just keep it at the 5-minute.
Music licensing reimagined.
Could be heading towards 60, 68, 67.10. There we got those orders, 67.10. Is there anything substantial above there? And 67.50 above that. So, still gonna have to get a pullback here though at some point. We are forming a new bearish or bullish fair value gap here in this area. Depending on what this next candle does, obviously this is gonna adjust this, but we'll just get this in place. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh.
Artlist.io.
I kind of got the feeling that maybe Nick made a bunch of money this morning, pre-market, and he's doesn't need to come trade. Sounds like something he would do.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Sort of rejected a bit off there, that 85s. So far, this fair value gap is looking like that. We kind of need to get some sort of, we could start adding some handoff VWAPs here too. So this kind of candle was sort of the last one to touch. So if we add one there, you can see then this is kind of the new candle, last one that touched. But I don't know if I told you guys this before. The more handoffs that you get to.
Artlist.io.
Like if you start doing that, obviously at some point it becomes invalid. So be careful with that with those handoffs. Usually I don't like to get more than like 2 handoffs away. And obviously, if we do get a more substantial pullback, so I wouldn't even consider that one at the moment. But look at that, pretty good guys out of the gate. It's going higher without news. But
Music licensing.
so we're sort of at the high of this resistance here. Let's see if they can take out this 84.75, then there should be room up to 05, right? So
Artlist.io.
yeah, a little micro pullback there on this 5-minute chart here. Let's see if we can find a trade in the 50K insta funded here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Only few ups I'll put is the one from overnight and New York. Are you talking about anchored VWAPs or handoff VWAPs? Because you know how so this is something I think Brian Shannon teaches, where the last candle that touches the VWAP, you can add a new VWAP, and then as you can see, it kind of held it, and then this is the last candle to touch it. So you would say that you could put another VWAP there, and then on the next pullback, potentially find support on the next VWAP. So these are sort of some entry signals. Not financial advice, but as per Brian Shannon's strategy, those are handoffs. Anchored VWAPs, obviously, overnight session. So you put it at the 6 p.m. candle, and then at the New York Open, the anchors, right? Jeez, guys, what's going on here? Here I front ran those orders at that 66.66 level, and now we're way up at 66.93, almost 6,700. Looks like the orders are getting thicker up at 6,700 right now too. It's just, again, you're just chasing here if you're gonna take this. Yeah, it could be a momentum play, and there's a chance that it can go higher. But we have some news coming up in 10 seconds.
Artlist.io.
Fed Mirren is speaking in 10 seconds. Guess that, but I do handoffs from candles that push away from over. Okay, I understand. Gotcha. Nvidia is the #1 volume traded on SPY. Yeah, Nvidia is ripping it today, isn't it? Whoa. Yeah, Nvidia from 183, $4 up, which is, a pretty substantial move for Nvidia. Kind of coming up to potential resistance though. It looks like there's some sort of trend line there that
Artlist.io.
potential resistance, sort of exactly where we are right now on Nvidia. Projected off the bit.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So bullish here. We're just not stopping, guys. I just got to strap on a pair here and just go with it, eh? So we're forming another bullish fair value gap here on this candle.
Artlist.io.
Starting to get the FOMO. Nice, Lapta. 1K per day in options, and I guess you're done already? Nice. Nice trade. Yeah. Longs are beautiful today. It'll be put you in the money real fast. Fed Mirror, and I supported the Fed's decision to stop balance sheet runoff. Fed Mirror, a smaller Fed balance sheet would reduce interest payout to banks. Hope that easing regulations could allow for smaller Fed balance sheet. It's possible that the Fed could reduce the balance sheet in the future. There's a lot of talks about the balance sheet right now.
Artlist.io.
Fed should consider exempting treasuries from central bank reserve from bank leverage ratios. And he supports the U.S. central bank's effort to streamline bank regulations.
Music licensing reimagined.
Google was the star of the day.
Artlist.io.
You'll be back in an hour if you're still live. Gonna pop over. All right, Darren. Yep. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Might be here still.
Music licensing reimagined.
Not getting a whole lot of options here to enter. We're going straight up.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Hopefully nobody got short here. You know, like anyone who was like decided to get short at the top of this, you know, the pre-market high there. Ouch. Like, look at what we did there. So they rejected it. So they gave them some hope, right? We broke it, and then anyone who got short up there, they gave them a little bit of hope by pulling it back here, and then just look at that next candle. Like, so if they decided to add into this breakout to, you know, for it to roll over, whew, they're in a heck of a lot of pain here. Way up, right? Let's just say entry price at 66.70 area, and then you know, an add maybe 66.77 area, and now we're up 20 points. So that's a rough one. Hopefully nobody's short, and if you were short, oh, hopefully you cut it. Sorry guys, this morning thing is tough. So we do have 16 viewers right now, 10 people in X, 4 in YouTube, 5 in YouTube total, and one bot in Twitch. I really got to get around to making that TikTok account. Although I can't stream live on TikTok, I guess you got to have a certain amount of followers first before you can do any live streams. But just get up there and start putting some of my shorts up there. I already have a bunch already made, right? So just recycle some trades in there. slowing down here at
Music
the
licensing
6,700 level.
reimagined.
We did trade 1,000 contracts at 66.99. 99 is at 99.75 or so. 99.50. $1,600 contracts up here. And the bulls are coming in. I see in the green bar growing here a bit. CBD's growing up a bit. Oh, sellers are absorbing that because that bar just disappeared here.
Music licensing reimagined.
This would have been the great day to trail the stop, hey guys? Like on the 3-minute chart here, if we were long, you keep your stop there. And then after this candle closes, you keep your stop there. This one closes, keep your stop there. Look at it, would have survived. This one closes, right? Stop's still in the same spot. This one, look at that. Boom, boom. Still would be in this trade
IO.
until so far, at least until here on the 3-minute chart. If you would have just trailed at the close of every candle to the previous candle, this would have been a good day to do that.
Artlist IO.
Maybe I gotta practice not putting in my TP and just use a stop to get me out of the trade. So we didn't form any bearish fair value gaps up here. We do have those orders up at 6,700 still. And we got a bunch that came on at 67.03 and 67.10 there. Whew. Just need a pullback here.
Artlist IO.
Could try a small long here, since we're just
Music
kind of going
licensing
sideways with
reimagined.
just a real tight stop. But I'd rather just wait for a pullback here. Might get it right now. See if they can take some of these orders below. So we got orders at 94. What's happening with this CBD? Coming down a bit. Got my finger on the trigger here. We're going to get a long entry. I would like to see us get at least to this handoff and or touch into this fair value gap.
Artlist IO.
And that's it. Is that all we're going to get? They pulled back to this indecision candle here. Let's take a look at the 5 here.
Reimagined.
Let's set this up at 5. And that's the extent of the pullback, guys. That's too bad. There was a fair... Oh, geez. We missed it on the 5. We missed it on the 5, guys. It was so small. And we found support in the 5 there. So what? We got to print another fair value gap or another handoff here also? This is getting out of control.
Music licensing reimagined.
Holy smokes, guys. We missed it on the 5. Shoot. How hard is it to make $100 in the market? If you see 100, end your day. Do it every day. Congrats, you're now a profitable trader. Yeah, right? Yeah. It's just eventually $100 becomes not enough. Right?
Artlist.io.
Everybody, you do $100 for a month and you're like, man, now I really need to make $200.
Artlist.io.
I should have risked a little bit more here. I could have on this evaluation account. I'm not looking to chase in my funded accounts up here on these ones. Huge orders there up at 6702, like 560 orders. Although it looks like a lot of algo, as you can see by these like little white lines there. Let's see, are they going to pull those orders? Yeah, see, they moved them up. They moved them up to 6703. Or did they take it all there? They did close a bunch there. Okay, so they did take those orders, guys, it looks like. Because it went from 1,000 to 1,600 on the book map, on the closed orders. And they took out the orders at 63 too. Whew. Man. Or 62, yeah, 63, 6703 on the button. Look at those, all green bars, all green candles, like on the fives. Did we even get a red candle? Yeah, we got a couple reds on the 1 minute. 2 minutes, all green too. Holy smokes. Holy guys. What are we doing here?
Music licensing reimagined.
Looks like they don't want to let up, guys. Looks like they don't want to let up. Holy guys, come on. Missed our entry there. Shoot. On that tiny fair value gap. Ugh. Really getting the FOMO here now. Really getting the FOMO here.
Artlist.io.
I think Randy's in along on ASFX TV. He used one of his evals, took along. I should almost disconnect my copy trader and try to take one out of there, but those accounts are just looking pretty nice, so.
Music licensing reimagined.
You know, as soon as I enter, it's gonna pull back. I know it is. Sheesh, guys. At another key level here.
Artlist.io.
6707, sort of a previous resistance there. After that, we're looking at 6717. Pretty strong rejection there.
Artlist.io.
Obviously not looking to short, but these guys, man, they're just, the 6710 was definitely the target, guys. We're almost there. Sold 1.17 to 2.85. Nice. Nice trade. Nice trade. And you got into a total of 2 contracts on that trade, hey? Nice.
Artlist.io.
Nice start to the day. Better than my 70 bucks. Well, I'm up 86 in this account, and this is just an evaluation account.
Music licensing reimagined.
67.15 orders came off, guys. So maybe this is getting close to the end of the move here. Did they move them higher? Oh, look at this. Oh, though. 85, 82, 80. Starting to fill up down there. Back when we started bouncing off this area.
Artlist.io.
You'd be getting ready to wait tables right now? Before, like when you used to work, or?
Artlist.io.
Yeah, 3:30 is more than a full day's wage at waiting tables, right? Nice. I love me some Italian food. The only thing is I'm lactose intolerant. So in my early 30s, I found out that I became lactose intolerant. So unfortunately, I can't have any of my favorite pasta sauces. I can't have cheese on there. Oh, so sad. So sad. Still orders at 67.10 here.
Artlist.io.
Nice clam sauce. All right.
Music licensing reimagined.
Oh, white or red clam sauce has no dairy. Nice. Yeah, usually, like if I do go, typically I'll just eat like a meat sauce, right? Those ones are usually dairy free also.
Artlist.io.
Not that there's no option, but yeah, I've never really thought about the clam sauce. Interesting.
Artlist.io.
Kind of want to take a short scalp here on this if we do get a little pullback here. It's pretty risky. So I'm not going to do it actually. But really, this would be my trade idea, is if I did want to do this, sort of like this. There's just not enough space in there. You'd only get like 2 or 3 points for your stop there. Almost a 1-to-1 risk to reward, but it's not enough space to want to take it. So could find resistance or support right at this area real fast. And it's been so bullish here. They might go and fill this wick now.
Artlist.io.
How long do we got? We got 3.5 minutes on this candle. We can try a little short, a little long here. I'll put our stop at the bottom of that and just sort of target 3.5 points, 3 3/4 points.
Music licensing reimagined.
4 points. See if we can't get up there to close to 67.10s again. We're gonna try to fill this wick up here. Just one contract, keeping it tight on here. It's too extended for me to be risking too much, right? Almost want to stick my stop in there. Could just be a break-even trade, but hoping that we're gonna kind of go. Let's go, boys. Nope.
Artlist.io.
Okay, well, I'm dropping my stop there. I just was hoping that it was just gonna kind of go right away, and since it's not, I'm just gonna get out there. Don't really wanted that to happen faster. Not really with willing to risk it. Yeah, could have got a few more dollars out of it, but if it's going to be a momentum trade, it's got to go right away, right? If it's not going to go, it's not going to go. So better to just get out, slightly break even. Made $1.76. Woo! Coffee, not quite. Actually, $1.76 US converted to Canadian. You might be able to get a small coffee from Tim Hortons. Well, actually, the short up there would have been the trade, like, right? If we would have got short up at 767.04 ish, like, that's 7 points already, just like that.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's see if we can get to this fair value gap here and see how it reacts off this handoff VWAP. Nope, not at Starbucks. No, that's too expensive for Starbucks, right? Got to at least be like $3 maybe. If I would have doubled my profit there, could have get a Starbucks.
Artlist.io.
Look at that, right to that handoff, guys. I mean, first support on it. Anyways, let's see if it holds here. We got 44 seconds on this candle. Oh, geez, 67.09 is previous day high, guys. I wasn't looking at the other chart, so we kind of rejected right here at previous day high. Previous day high. Just closed the longs on NQ. Nice, Czar. Czar's a man. Nice. So you trailed that stop there, I guess?
Artlist.io.
So they're just doing the crude oil inventory now. Right? Coming up in 5 minutes anyways. The crude oil inventories, gasoline and distillates will be coming out. Finding support at that again here. Oh, there we go. Took it.
Artlist.io.
Kind of wish I saw a previous day high there. All right, Czar. Good idea, good idea. It's always not a bad idea to walk away for a few minutes. Nice patience on that trade. Let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see what happens here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, entered one contract long here. Let's see if we can't get a little momentum here to the back to the top. We did find support on that fair value gap, and then my entry is basically right on that handoff VWAP. So not risking a whole lot here. I'm only going to give it about 3 points here. Sort of right below this next handoff VWAP, which we might just get stopped out right away. But like I said, one contract, not risking a whole lot here. So even if we take a loss on this guy, I'm only giving back my coffee here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Give this candle a minute here, a couple minutes to see how it's going to close. If we can kind of get back up to this area, I'll probably start trailing it to be a little more aggressive. Lock in that stuff. Could be a bear flag. Would want to look at it on like the 1 minute or something. It looks like it could be forming a flag, but it would actually probably be a bull flag. Where with this nice climb, this could be the consolidation zone for a bull flag. Typically, bull flags are pulling back and then they go higher, but
Artlist.io.
Starting to look a little heavier, getting a little volatility right now.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, too many orders below here, guys. Thinking about getting this stop here, since we're not really getting much bounce. It's only like maybe $15 here if I take this loss, which is totally fine. Okay, well, we found some support there again in that fair value, yeah. We can be a little more aggressive on the stop here, though. If we do get above my price, I'll just lock in the stop here. Come on, guys, bounce it a bit more. Maybe we can lock in a little bit more of a coffee on the day. There we go. Okay, 1.25 points in, 1 point in profit here. Locked in. Gonna trail this up a little bit higher here. We're going for 3 coffees, guys. Let's see if we can get 4 coffees. There we go, we're out. 1750 on that one. But just don't really like, it was only meant to be a scalp anyways, so small little base hit here. Just not really willing to risk too much size up here. Kind of like interested in thinking about shorts, but so we got initial balance high.
Music licensing.
So they just gave us the IA crude oil inventory. So inventories are minus 3.46 billion, and they're estimated 1.7. So looks like they were more fuel. They used more fuel. I think that's kind of a bullish sign. It's good for the market, obviously, or the economy if people are spending money on gas. 3-letter trader NQ going short. Yeah. We did find resistance at value area high and pulling down a bit. I've been watching ES here, so NQ going short. Let's go. I'm a little bit feeling like shorts might be coming into play here, but this could also just be a pullback before we make another leg higher, right? So be careful in there. These could be buyers, right? These orders down here below us, 66.90 and 85.82. They could also be stops, like long stops, but
Music licensing reimagined.
Gotta turn my sleep mode off on my phone.
Artlist IO. Music licensing reimagined.
So Austin's in a short here, guys, up here. Stop above the high on the ES here. I guess he's just looking for a deeper pullback here. But looks like this fair value gap's still holding, guys.
IO.
Sort of.
Artlist IO.
Small
Music
are like
licensing
we're up
reimagined.
the 80 bucks so far on the day. Would like to see some sort of move here happening better. Too bad they didn't capitalize a little more on this nice bullish trend. But it's like one of those days where it just feels like it's chasing. Unless you're and you just hold it. Wishing I didn't have my TP in there. Just so many times we get that break out of the first break of the opening range, and it just ends up coming back on us. But today was a beautiful day to take the break, right, and just hold it. So.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist IO.
See if we're going to get an inversion here on this fair value gap eventually. Mr. Rogers, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, 100%. Switch up these tunes here. Not that excited to trade here, guys. Obviously, we're sort of stuck in this range. I'm going to just take a quick look at Ralph here. We might get this inversion here. See?
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist IO. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, well, we got that inversion now, didn't we, guys? So are we gonna find? So let's get rid of these handoffs here.
Artlist.io.
Like I said, once you get too many on there, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So this could be definitely a decent entry area. Let's see how the price reacts when we get down there. But actually, so this would be a decent short here from sort of 91, sort of into this fair value gap a bit. Not a whole lot of space though, so. We got like 87 to 85 on the downside.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
There we go. Getting that pullback here. See what happens here when we get down to these 87s, 85s.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Pretty strong pullback here on this 15-minute. Let's see this whole 15-minute bar. Where's our 50% level? Kind of right in the middle of these fair value gaps. Tom Hanks played him in the movie. Oh, Mr. Rogers? Yeah. He's the perfect Mr. Rogers, isn't he?
Music licensing reimagined.
Nice support there, guys. 3 points. Sheesh. Is that it? That's the end of the pullback or what? It bounced right off the top of those orders.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Sort of like coming up on that 15-minute, end of the 15-minute candle here. Oh, that is the end, sorry. It's a new candle. New 15-minute. So, Are they going to pull us down further here? Let's see.
Music licensing reimagined.
Why do I only see one on the 15? One view off on the 15?
Artlist.io.
There we go. We got our stream boo comment from our Twitch bot there. Without a doubt, every day.
Music licensing reimagined.
Without a doubt, I've never been taken out by a brother. Who couldn't figure? Oh, I'm tempted to take this long here, guys. We've been so many bearish candles in a row. Just not sure that this 5-minute candle is going to hold. Maybe it's going to come down to toward actual New York, or maybe the bottom of this fair value gap might hold.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
All right, we took it, that handoff. Coming down to the 21 EMA. Where's our 9?
Reimagined.
Guess I don't have a 9 on here. I must have deleted the 9 by accident.
Artlist.io.
Still looking pretty heavy to me. We have all these orders still here down below at 66.80. So I'm kind of not really thinking about taking a long here, although that it is probably the correct direction to take a long. It's just I'm not sure where the pullback's going to stop. Right, so we get long here, and then it ends up coming down here, putting in a lot of pressure.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
New candle here. Let's see. Like, good thing we didn't take that one up there. Yeah, we're getting a pullback now, Zar. Now, where do we get this entry is the question. We're kind of at the 15-minute, getting close to the halfway point of this 15-minute candle here. That's also part of the reason I didn't want to take that long on that other handoff view up there. One put on rut, hey? Nice. All right. I wish you luck, sir. We touched that fair value gap.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Let's buy, get that view up. Yeah. The monthly
Music
imbalance in
licensing
sale side. Gotcha.
Artlist.io.
Looking like this could be the area where we get some support here. We took out all the orders. We do have a little bit below still, 66.75 there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Pretty nice 15-minute fair value gap here also, which ends right at the top of the range. So just gonna be patient here if we're gonna get along. I'd like to see us look like we're getting some support here before I enter along, right? Because these candles are not looking like support, like they've ran into the support yet.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Randy took a long up at the highs there, looking for some support down here, and yeah, it pulled right through his. I think he's almost stopped out. He's a couple ticks away from being stopped out right here. Let's stand up for a bit. It's been a minute since I've done that. So this guy's inverted. So let's change this one to yellow. We can change this one to yellow. Should probably just take them off, actually. Oh my gosh, gold, guys. Gold just broke down real hard too.
Music licensing reimagined.
Are we just going to keep going lower here, guys? Maybe we're going to touch the top of the orb before we get support?
Artlist.io.
Or maybe the 4.6 is going to be the level? Was in a 704, shorted one micro back to New York VWAP. Very nice trade there. Yeah, definitely. It was a pretty tight stop if you got in there up at the 6,700 area.
Music
Nice.
licensing reimagined.
And that back to the VWAP, so you closed it out at like 60, 680 or something. 24. All the NVIDIA longs are selling. Yeah. Did NVIDIA make a turn? I'm gonna check it out here real quick. Yeah, looking just like ES and NQ. I did have a trend line. Remember when we were talking earlier about it? I drew that trend line. Here, I'll bring over my chart here for you guys. So I put this trend line in there from earlier.
Music licensing
On the top there, like lots of touches, right? And then look at that, right where we were talking about it, it was like right at this price. So we kind of went up, popped up a little bit more, and then started rolling over pretty hard there.
Artlist.io.
So 4.6 is there. Is this going to be the support, or are we just going to reverse the entire day, guys?
Music licensing reimagined.
And the shorts, right? Yeah. Sheesh, man. I guess that's what happens when you. I mean, yesterday we had a similar day, right? We had sort of like all the way up, all the way down. But I think yesterday was opposite, right? It was down and then up. Yeah. All the way down, mostly all the way back up to the opening price, back down, and then we broke the high, and then we went back down. So we're in a pretty huge consolidation area for sure.
Music licensing reimagined.
And look at that, guys. We're just damn. So what do we gotta do here? Where's our protected low? So we had our high. We had our so we had a low here. We made a new high. Made a higher low. Made a higher high. We made a higher low, but then we broke that structure down there. Then kind of support, moved up, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. Still could be our lower high. Just where are we going to turn around here? This is the question. Okay, like right there on this guy.
Music licensing reimagined.
And then we have the that's the low day view up from yesterday. I don't know this black one. Let's get this off here. Yeah, cut like butter. It's like this is not a knife to be catching today. That's why I was saying that, like, I really want to see some actual support here. We need to have a green candle, right?
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, finding some support in this guy. 5 seconds on this candle. 4 sixes, 4 sixes. Initial balance up the top. We got a Ivy low down there. So we never actually, did we break it? 730? No, we never even took either side of the initial balance yet, guys. Let's mark this up here.
Licensing
Ivy high. First sort of green candle movement we've seen at all. Now 4 sixes are going to be the resistance here. This could be our higher low. So obviously, if we were to take out this guy here, this would be pretty bearish, right? Saying there's a good chance we're going to head lower because it would. That's sort of our protected low here. What do we got on the book here? Not a whole lot on the book. And let's measure out this entire move here. Gold's super heavy, guys. Gold's like breaking down right now. Heading down to previous day high and value area high and previous day's VWAP.
Artlist.io.
Getting a bit of a bounce here. I mean, obviously we're due for that pullback. Like, we put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green candles in a row on the 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 8 bearish candles, which are my dark blue guys. Kind of a bearish fair value gap here now.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. 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 Artlist.io.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Music licensing
Power just shut off
reimagined.
on me there, so just had to get back in. What did I miss? What did we miss here? No, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Power went out for like
Artlist.io.
a minute, not even, and came back on. There's no storm, nothing like that. So sometimes maybe they're doing electrical work here in the building or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, pretty annoying. Pretty annoying.
Music licensing reimagined.
Something's making noise in the background here. This one? Looks like I didn't really miss too much. We did almost inverted that fair value gap there. Getting scam phone calls here.
What a fucking killer session today. I am max profit on all my accounts. So I got
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Let's see how this goes. We're probably going to keep going down to previous day low here, guys. Yeah, look at that 15-minute fair value gap is gonzo.
Music
So let's just get rid of some of these guys. They're too far out of the way anyways. Let's leave this inverted 15-minute fair value gap. What a move. What a move. You're green still on my 2 contracts? Nice. You took those shorts, didn't you? Up at the you entered.
Artlist.io.
You entered a short, didn't you? I think. Nice.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
See here, guys. What are we doing here? I mean, I kind of want to take a short now, but we're back in the opening range, so I'm not loving that part.
Reimagined.
And we did, well, we haven't inverted this. We got 29 seconds left on this little 5-minute to invert that. Take this handoff, get rid of this handoff here.
Artlist.io.
So we inverted that there, guys. So this is now an inverted fair value gap on the 5. Now I want to take a short in here, but it's looking pretty like a little bit strong. We can try a short here, guys. This is gonna be my entry. We'll just give it
Music licensing
3 points.
reimagined.
Hopefully we don't get up there too fast. Sort of shoot five points to the downside here. See if we can't get a little more continuation on the bear side since they've been doing it. There we go.
Artlist.io.
Bringing the stop in here. Okay, we got stopped out there. Made another 40 bucks anyways. Locked in 40 bucks there on this account. So this guy, we're up 305 on this 25k valuation. That's you know, I only need to get 1500 to pass this one.
Reimagined.
Liked how we rejected there pretty quick. Just felt like it was time to lock it in, right? Lock in a quick 40 bucks. Nice little trade there. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So 121 bucks in here. Funded account $18. Oh yeah.
Artlist.io.
Of course, I'm only been trading my funded or my valuation account today.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, I know, right, Zar? Like, basically, everything we did exactly the opposite from that 6,700 level. Like, there's almost identical candles on the way back down, except for, you know, we kind of stopped here. So let's see if this is going to be the higher low, right? Because we had this low, we made a new high, we made a new low, we made a new high. If this holds in this area or anywhere above this low, then it's our higher low, right? So just interesting that we have this sort of a trend line that works out pretty good there. You know, touch 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and then this guy found support and then kind of found support there again, but this is on the 15-minute here. So we do have a bullish fair value gap in here on the 15.
Music licensing reimagined.
Fulfilled a pullback on the higher time frame, but overall market is still bearish. Yeah, let's take a look here. Let's get rid of these show price executions.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Kind of thinking about doing a long here. See how this reacts up here. Just have that indecision candle, and what else do we have there? We have our overnight UOP. Well, there's our sixes, guys. That's kind of what I was thinking. Take a long to the sixes.
Artlist.io.
So no, it's a pretty key level.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
sold for a small loss on the on those puts. Interesting. I thought you were in it for. Is it because you added in and then it pulled back after the add in?
Artlist.io.
At least it was a small loss. Look at that rejection off the 4/6s here.
Artlist.
That 4/6s level, guys. Look at that thing, man. Like I was saying earlier, resistance, 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 resistance here. Finally took it and found support. All there, found some support. Turned to resistance. Now it's resistance still.
Music
So.
licensing reimagined.
Oh, you're out to get Chinese food right now? I guess it's that's pretty early for Chinese food. It's your breakfast? I think you're East Coast, right? So I guess it's lunchtime. That makes sense. Never mind. Hey Keith, good morning. Oh, you're just getting your first chance to open the charts, eh? Nice.
Artlist.io.
Well, you missed quite the move up and then quite the move down. So depending on your perspective, you may have missed a lot or you may have missed nothing because we're back to the open almost.
Music licensing reimagined.
Where is our midnight open price?
Artlist.io.
Dude, we're going lower, guys. We're going lower, aren't we?
Music licensing reimagined.
We're at least going, we gotta at least go to the lows here, I think. Not financial advice, guys, but I'm kind of thinking to look for a short here. Let's see how this plays out.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Geez, guys, gold is so heavy right now. Gold was up at 41.30. Now we're down at 40.70. So like almost a 60-point drop on gold.
Music licensing.
Gold is
reimagined.
bearish. Bitcoin's bearish too, I guess, eh? Bitcoin, 89,500 on Bitcoin right now. Might be time to buy some Bitcoin, guys. That'd be a good idea, actually. I might think about getting some here. I haven't bought any Bitcoin in a while.
Artlist.io.
Found support there at the bottom of this 50-minute fair value gap. Pretty strong move there, 48 to 54, 6 points. In a small short, looking for days low. Yeah, that's
Music
kind of
licensing reimagined.
leaning in that direction too. So we didn't quite invert this fair value gap though, so I'm a little reluctant at this point, but we also have a little gap here on the 5-minute.
Artlist.io.
Right? So that little 5-minute fair value gap held so far. Did we get a bearish one? We do have a bearish one here. So depending on how price plays off of these levels here,
Music licensing reimagined.
we might be playing some ping pong here. Ping, 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 ping pong. Or some pickleball, should I say? I'm gonna think about sending a little bit of money over to my Newton account here and see if I can't get me a little bit of Bitcoin.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Okay. Wow. Pretty strong rejection there, guys.
Music licensing
Whew.
reimagined.
On that trend line. Send an e-transfer.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Gonna buy some Bitcoin here, guys. Oh, what happened there? That was a mistake. This guy, back over here. MES, this one, 2 Bitcoin. This guy is MNQ. Go.
Artlist.io.
All right, grabbed a little bit of Bitcoin. Grabbed a little bit of Bitcoin there.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Are you on? You're on NQ there, Zara, probably. Let's see what we got for orders on NQ. Not a whole lot of orders below those. Some at 24,650. Surprisingly.
Music licensing reimagined.
So a minute and a half on this candle here. It would be nice if we could invert this fair value gap at least. There's still lots of room down to the bottom here. So
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
stuck ponging in this sort of in the opening range, and right range is what?
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Looking pretty heavy here. Zara, looks like your NQ trade's going to be working out here a bit.
Music licensing reimagined.
We got orders below on ES. Yeah, we got orders down at 35, which is basically the low. See if we get this inversion here. Looking like we are going to. Be nice if we actually inverted both of them, because that's a 15-minute and that's a 5. Is that 15, right?
Artlist.io.
Yeah, that's a 50-minute fair value gap there, and then we got that small 5 one there.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm gonna try it here, guys. We're getting some momentum here, so sort of stop back in the range here. Uh-oh. Don't bounce on me here, guys. Don't bounce. I need to cut this, guys.
Artlist.io.
Thinking about cutting this already. Kind of bouncing too much here. I'll put my stop here in this fair value gap. Hopefully we don't get there.
Artlist.io.
In trouble here on this trade, though, I think. Kind of rushed the gun a bit. Jumped the gun a bit, maybe.
Music licensing reimagined.
Not liking the support we're getting down there, guys. 2 minutes left on this candle. It's not over, but Looks like they're trying to hold it. So was looking like we were getting some good momentum there. Now it looks like they're trying to buy it back up here. So probably gonna get stopped out here. Shoot, guys. Not loving it. Not loving it. Doing a 1-to-1 risk to reward here. 3 contracts short, 6-point stop, 6-point take profit. Ideally, we get a closure down here below this 50-minute fair value gap, but not looking very good at the moment. Buyers looking like they're trying to hold us up here. See if we can't get below again. Should try to be a little more aggressive here since it's going against me right away. Might want to try to stop it out closer to my entry price. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a stop out here. That's too bad. It's going to be across all 6 Lucid accounts if we do get stopped out here. 41 seconds.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's go Bears. Rooting for the Bears now. $20 seconds. Let's get a closure down here, guys. It'll make me feel a little bit better. Come on, 10 seconds. Hold it down here, guys.
Artlist.io.
Push it down, push it down. Come on. There we go. We got it. We got the closure below the fair value gap. So let's hope we just don't get a bounce right away here. Let's keep going lower. I'm going to be pretty aggressive here, though. Not liking how we're... Come on, guys. Stops in there. 0.75 points. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not loving it, right? Too much drawdown on that trade. Like I said, I just want it to be conservative. I don't really want to take a big loss on that one. That could have been a $60 loss across all 6 accounts. So when it doesn't go in my favor right away, I just don't really like to be in there for too long. It might still go, right? We did get that inversion there, but hard to say, right? Hard to say we're gonna get it without getting another pullback. So if we invert it, quite often we're looking for a pullback to it to go lower, right? So voice news disconnected. My financial juice just disconnected. Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. Now we're getting the push.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, see there, we're getting that pullback now, guys. So yeah, we could have got a little more out of that trade, but if we get up into this area, that would have stopped me out. We would have lost 60 or 70 bucks times 7 or times 6. So it would have been like a $300-400 loser across all those accounts. So I just wasn't willing to risk that anymore after we noticed like we didn't get any continuation there, not a whole lot of continuation. So close to stopping us out on that little wick right there. I probably might even wanted to cut it before it got to there, like on this bounce. So happy about that decision there. So kind of got to that. This is a 630 price here. So opening price is right there. We wicked almost to the opening price.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I feel like that was okay. That was good risk management on that one, to stop it out preemptively. These counts are, I've been kind of, I took a pretty big loss on Monday in these accounts, and then on Tuesday I basically recovered mostly all of it. So I'm not looking to do that again.
Artlist.io.
Not looking to do that again, to lose that much. So kind of need that momentum to continue, right? So these are yellow because they're inverted, right? We still have this bearish one up here.
Reimagined.
Market tapped into a zone. It should have but now that buy side was sweeping those lows are the target. Yeah, the lows, I mean, we kind of have equal lows right there, right? From these guys. But I would want to see us, continuing heading lower here. I wouldn't be taking a short in here, even though this is an inverted fair value gap.
Music licensing reimagined.
The three-letter trader, MNQ, MES.
Artlist.io.
Which one is it? What's your three letters? WIN? Win?
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Kenya, yeah.
Artlist.io.
Still bouncing here, guys. So I'm happy, definitely happy with my stop out there. Made $8 times 6, so made
Music licensing
48, 50 bucks
reimagined.
basically. 48, 49, 25 or something, 49.50 on that trade. Little doubt we get the low, but just gonna wait. Yeah, it's kind of, it's sort of up in the air at the moment, right? Because if they hold this as our higher low, we might not get that, right? So that's why I'd be waiting to see if we kind of get a closure down in this range, like a nice strong bearish closure down here. Then we could think about sort of sweeping these equal lows back here, right? Got these sort of like equal lows down here.
Music licensing reimagined.
I gotta get the gong, man. Where did he get the gong sound from? Wind bite. Wild bite.
Artlist.io.
Looks like this inverted fair value gap still holding though. This small 5 minute. And then obviously this, we did invert this. Did we invert it? No, we did not invert it. Or is that, let me look at the 15 here again. Make sure it's correct. Well, we didn't really invert that actually on the 15.
Reimagined.
So, huh. All right. Well, there goes that idea anyways. So it's actually not even, it's still a bullish fair value gap, guys, currently. Because we need a 15-minute closure below that one to invert that. So we got 10 minutes on this candle here.
Artlist.io.
Starting to look a little heavy. But like I said, we haven't inverted that other one yet. Finding resistance at this 5-minute inverted fair value gap. What time do we got here? 8:49.
Music licensing reimagined.
Putting on a little PW. I do have some work to do today. I'm writing my
Artlist.io.
letter of intent to lease a property today. Gonna start the negotiation on leasing the property. So should be interesting. Should be interesting.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
What are we getting here? Let's change up these tunes here. Monthly imbalance looks good on the sales side. Let's go for the calm breeze. Bookmap connection restored.
Artlist.io.
Not loving this price action here, just kind of stuck in this area. They're gonna consolidate for a while and then decide what they're gonna do. Seems like. Seems like.
Artlist.io.
But if we can start getting some momentum down here. How's our 15-minute candle looking here? 7 minutes on this guy. So let's see if we can get a 15-minute closure below that. So you're looking at the monthly chart, eh?
Music licensing
Let's see here.
reimagined.
A month. Some old drawings and stuff here.
Artlist.io.
What a weird chart here, hey? For this monthly. Like looks like we've done nothing on this month so far. Especially after that month, like fell, bounced, new high.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we are sort of forming a bear flag here. But it's not really a flag, actually. It's more of a bullish channel. Maybe on the 1 or the 2, it looks a little bit better.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Yeah, to me, currently, it kind of looking like it's going to be a higher low. But anything can still happen here. We just got to get out of this sort of consolidation zone.
Artlist.io.
So we're working on this last 5-minute candle here. If we can get a 5-minute closure below that 15-minute gap, this will be a 15-minute closure below, which would be good for the bears. But to me, it's looking more like this is going to be our support zone. Currently, not financial advice.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Three minutes on this candle here, guys. Are we going to get that inversion here if they pull it back down? Still lots of time in this candle.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, Hazar. Yeah, it's good timing too as we're popping up here.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I wasn't liking it either. That's why I stopped that one out. Slightly in profit.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Stop bullying D Money. Yeah, this could be the higher low, guys. So I guess next line in the sand here would be as if we can get this bearish fair value gap inverted. And then we got also the 4/6s in the way still. But yeah, if we don't get out of this area, I mean,
Artlist.io.
not really looking to short this.
Music licensing
13 seconds on this candle. Are they going to invert this right away? Let's see. Are they going to invert this fair value gap? They got no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, didn't get it. Close. Close.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
They're pretty funny on Patrick PW stream. He's just harassing D Money right now.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Let's see what happens with these 4/6s, guys. I feel like if we can get above the 4/6s here, we'll be
Music licensing
potentially
reimagined.
bullish here.
Artlist.io. Music
So
licensing
that fair value
reimagined.
gap's still holding here. This 5-minute bearish fair value gap, guys. Like I said, if we're in this area though, not very inclined to take a trade currently. As we can see, we started heading towards those lows. We never had any continuation. Found some support, rolled back up. Now we're just stuck inside the range and below the 4/6s here. So I want to see us get above that, or you know, if we can break this low, we might get some nice continuation. But anything in this range kind of could be a potential chop fest. So
Artlist.io.
it's my feel. I'll stick around here for another, till 9:15, maybe 9:30 at the latest, and then probably gonna wrap it up. Let's see if we can't get some sort of action to happen before that. A little bit of Action Jackson.
Music licensing.
It's a killer movie. If you guys haven't seen that one, back in the day. Pretty big slap there on this rejection on this fair value gap. Well, there's a short opportunity, Hazar. Shorts looking like they're trying to come back into play here. But we got a lot of time on this 15 to invert that 15 fair value gap. So again, like I said, pretty hard to, now that we've seen what's been happening in this area, it's pretty hard to take a short here. NQ's taking the low though, right? Yeah, NQ took out the lows there. ES is still holding up a bit. What's YM doing right now? YM bounced a bit and selling off. Same, YM's looking like ES, similar.
Artlist.io.
NQ just printed a huge bearish fair value gap on that pullback there.
Artlist.io.
Nasdaq's heading to the lows, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
Pretty key level here, sort of at the lows. Big wick below it, so there could be buyers in this area. And then obviously down here is also a pretty key area for potential buyers.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
See that? Look at that, guys. Can't trust this area. Can't trust it. We saw that earlier. I mean, this was a beautiful short off this fair value gap up there. In hindsight, right? But the way that we climbed up there, it wasn't looking so promising. Like it was kind of looking like bulls were gonna take it.
Artlist.io.
You're gonna head out. Thanks for the stream today. All right, Zar. Yeah, thanks, man. Makes sense. I'm kind of leaning that way too right now. I'm just gonna stick around for another 7 minutes here, and see if we get any more movement.
Reimagined.
See if anything comes up here in the next 7 minutes or so. 7-8 minutes. Get to that 9:15. That was a new hourly candle too, hey?
Artlist.io.
That was a pretty nasty new candle there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Don't really want to force a trade here if you don't have to. So while we're waiting here, I'm just gonna export these trades. I mean, they're small W's, but it's still money in the account. It's still green. $52,498.
Artlist.io.
Yep. Number 2.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Number 5. Number 5. And the direct. Okay, and then what do we got here? Not tracking that guy, and we made 18 in this one. Pretty small day, guys. Small green day so far, guys. 100% win rate, up $68. Well, because I'm not tracking this evaluation account here, so we made 121 there. So really up 190 bucks on the day. Just in different accounts here. This was my better account on the day. 18 bucks in that one. And these guys only got 825. So sad. So sad. Why couldn't I just taken a short up here? Like you guys, some of you guys got in there. Oh well.
Music licensing reimagined.
One of those sort of tricky days. Super bullish, super bearish, and then chopping now. Oy.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
All right, guys.
Music
Tempting these
licensing
lows here.
reimagined.
Don't trust it though, guys. I don't trust it. I just don't trust it down here, so I can't really take this trade. I'm liking this short idea here. Just kind of heading for these equal lows. But Butter, are you in a trade right now?
Music licensing reimagined.
Pretty slow price action here.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Just like, yeah, if like, looking at this chart now, right, it just looks so easy. Like, why didn't we just buy and hold all the way? We get this like super rejection indecision candle and then just flip sides and short it all the way back down. Like, hindsight says it's very easy, but when you're seeing it climb, it's like, and you're like trying not to chase, like you pretty much had to chase almost every candle here. There's a couple little pullbacks, maybe at the opening range break, tiny micro pullback there, tiny micro pullback there. So yeah, interesting.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Well, it's 9:16. How long do we got in this 15-minute candle? Oh, so we did finally get this inversion, guys.
Artlist.io.
That's a good sign. Finally, it happened to me.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So in theory, short up here might be a good idea. Now that we inverted that fair value gap, this fair value gap could be the sort of like the resistance area. Roughly at that 50% point. Maybe it wouldn't quite get there because we do have that trend line. Could get in the way.
Artlist.io.
Not financial advice, obviously.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Okay. 10 minutes. Then we're going to wrap this up here. Unless we kind of get, hopefully we get a little bit of a momentum break here to the downside. We do have these equal lows, right? So
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
still chopping here, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
So the JOLTS report has been rescheduled for December 9th. US and Russian officials draw a new peace plan for Ukraine. It'd be nice if they finally figured that stuff out.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, guys. Microsoft down 1.39%.
Artlist.io.
We got 6 minutes here left.
Music licensing reimagined.
Little skeleton. I like this little overlay. It's pretty cool.
Artlist.io.
We got a Thanksgiving pack too. Let's just add this Thanksgiving pack. See what kind of a. What do we got here? What's this? A little turkey or something?
Artlist.io.
Thanksgiving. Turkey. Happy Thanksgiving.
Music licensing reimagined.
Well, looks like we're not going to do anything here. Probably as soon as I end the stream, it's going to make its move. But I got stuff to do, so I'm going to wrap it up. We'll wait for this candle here to close.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Just saw that Saudi Arabia is investing like $1 trillion into the U.S. economy or to the market. So.
Artlist.io.
Man, Canadian government sucks. We're so frustrated, guys. So frustrated with our government. We had 8 million voters go conservative, and it's still just not enough to take out the East Coast. The East Coast just are so woke liberals that it's like you just can't beat them. There's too many. They got a lot of immigrants over there that are voting liberals, and because liberals are so easy on immigration policies, and then you got the older people that are taking advantage of the inflation because their house pricing going up. So why would they vote? And then, you know, they got basically the rest of the youth and all the West, majority of the West voting conservatives, but can't seem to take out the liberals. They're still back for another session after 10 years of overspending, over adding bureaucracy and red tape. It just sucks, guys. It sucks. Kind of sucks being a Canadian right now. I never said that in my entire life. Always been proud to be a Canadian, but you know, with the way that inflation, food prices, housing prices, it's out of control. It's just out of control. Average median household income is around 80,000 Canadian, and you know the average house price is like $800,000 to $1 million, $800,000 to $1 million. So it's like you got to work your whole life to even have a chance to pay off the interest on that. Never mind owning the house outright. It's crazy. Anyways, it's enough of my rant there on Canadian politics. Okay, guys. Well, hey, it's been a fun stream. Well, I guess we're slightly green on the day. Wish I could have capitalized a little bit more on these moves today, but we didn't. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Hey Keith, thanks. Later, 3-letter trader. Czar was here earlier. Luke was here also. Who else did we have? I think we had Darren was here earlier. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Lafta. And my dad was around. We currently have 38 viewers, four on my YouTube, one in Randy's YouTube, and about 32 in X across the 3 channels. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back live tomorrow morning. Hopefully Randy and maybe Christine, we'll never know, might be live with us tomorrow. So let's see. If not, we'll be here. So I'll be live with you guys either way. So thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you're green. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.